Hey there, I'm still trying to get this all together. If you've joined, do me a favor and write in the comments in the little chat section there and let me know that you're here. Oh, no, looks like it's just me. Hey, Travis. Travis is here. Hey, Travis, do me a favor. Can you hear me and see me? Do me a favor and write a little comment down there in the corner and let me know if you can hear and see me okay. I can see and hear you as well, Leanne. Okay. Thank you, guys. Um, we're going to wait a moment, of course, for folks to get on. So you're going to love this. I thought, okay, I can do live stream now. So about a week ago, I tested live stream here with multiple computers. So I knew that everything worked. So I was like, huzzah, okay, everything's great. So I went ahead and scheduled this. And then YouTube changed the whole system like 2 days ago. So I'm freaking out trying to figure this out. Okay, yes, I can hear you, but there's a lag. Might be your connection. Might be, could be me as well. Like I say, I'm still trying to figure this nonsense out, and it'll get better. I promise it'll get better. All right, we'll wait. Okay, we've got Dallin joining us. We're going to have folks come in. Yeah, I apologize for having to mess with the links and so forth. Oh my gosh. We're getting more folks. For those of you that are joining, if you cannot hear me, if you cannot see me, let me know. We'll make it all work. I kind of intended to have a better background for this, but since I found out that they had changed the system, I had to kind of freak out to figure out how to make it all work, which means you get the garbage. But you do get a little bit of a view, a smidge anyway, of what I shoot in. This is the office that I shoot all of my videos in. So a little bit of an insight there. All right, if you don't mind, folks, I'd like to wait until about 10 after, and then I'll go ahead and get started. So we'll wait about 3 minutes if that's cool. We're not going to be here long. We're not going to be here long. But I want to kind of give you a little insight into this second unit. Hear me? Assume all can still hear me. Let me know if you can't hear me. If now you're looking at that notice kind of going, oh, yeah, but if you can, then we're fine. And we'll wait. We'll wait 2 more minutes. All right. Thomas says we're good. We're good. Awesome. We have 8 folks with us. That's good. Like I said, I was hoping we could get at least one person from each of the online teams to join, because then you're the ones to go back to the team and kind of explain everything that I'm going to explain. I really appreciate you doing this in the evening. I know right now I've got dinner in here and I can smell it. So it's kind of like, oh man, I bet all my students are like, man, do we really have to do this? So I appreciate it. All right, we are going to wait, 1 more minute. 1 more minute to make sure that we can get whomever is going to join us to join us. I know now you just heard a whole bunch of nonsense there. So scraping of microphones. How professional, right? Yeah. I have to figure out this system so I don't make you guys have to go through all this again. or at least the next time we do it, it's not a pain. All right. Well, I've got about 10 after. You guys have been patient enough, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Um, by the way, a little thing about this live streaming, I haven't done it thus far because I did not have 1,000 subscribers. In order to be eligible to live stream with YouTube, you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers. That's all thanks to you guys. Anybody who did the extra credit assignment where you kind of helped me build up some subscribers, you made this possible. And I really appreciate that. My goal is for my online classes, I want to offer these live streams on a regular basis because online is hard. Online is really challenging. And that's especially the case when you have to work with teams. I know it's rough. I totally get it. And so anything I can do to help that process, I'm going to do. So right now we are going to give an overview of the second unit. And then like after the break, after spring break in like 3 weeks, I'm going to do another live stream and we will give an overview of the third and most important unit. Okay. So with that, let's go ahead and jump in. So as I said in my beginning videos when I introduced you to the class, the first part of this class, Unit 1, was all about accumulating tools that we can put in our toolbox, learning the fundamental elements of communication. We learned about purpose and audience and channels and format and tone and teams and collaboration. We learned all kinds of things and said, okay, now I got all these tools in my toolkit. What am I going to do? Well, the second unit, the assertions unit, the assertions videos, this is where we start practicing using these tools. I say practice because it's in Unit 3 that we go nuts and do a full-on strategic communications campaign. But that's for a later live stream. Let's focus on Unit 2. In Unit 2, we are practicing these tools, which means that by the end of Unit 2, which is the end of this month, your team will create a video. Now, what I recommend you do is, and I'll figure out how to share the screen in the future so I don't have to just kind of tell you, I can show you. But if you were over on Canvas, I recommend that you click on Module 11, the one marked for March 30th, where it says Making the Assertion. In that module, you will see what the video is you need to put together. In a nutshell, that video is a 3-4 minute video targeted to Salt Lake Community College students, teaching them about conflict resolution. So that means your team needs to put together some sort of video, and I'll show you some samples, or I'll email you some samples here in a moment. You need to put together a video targeted towards Salt Lake Community College students that teaches them some aspect of conflict resolution. So is it maybe conflict between student and student when working on a team? Is it conflict between student and professor when disagreeing with a grade or an assignment? Is it conflict between student and partner, romantic partner, or maybe parents or coworkers or boss? In other words, some kind of conflict that a Salt Lake Community College student would relate to, would totally get. I'm not interested in conflict about, deciding on, agricultural output discussions at the UN. A slick student isn't going to care about that at all. So you want to choose some sort of context that discusses conflict resolution techniques and communicates those to a slick student. Okay, so that's the video that's due at the end of the month. but there's a lot of things that lead up to the video. So I started at the end. Let's now start with this week. This week, and many of you have already started doing this, you meet with your team and decide, okay, what kind of conflict are we going to feature in our video? What kind of video are we going to put together? And who is going to be responsible for what as we put this little mini project together? Now, this is what you will submit by Thursday in your minutes, right? The assignment for Thursday is the team meeting, and you put minutes together. If at this stage you have not met and you're not going to be able to meet in person or even virtually like this over the telephone or FaceTime or, I don't know, passenger pigeon or whatever, that's okay. So long as you can put it all together over email, over Google Docs and so forth. So when it says add a little recording of your actual meeting, don't worry about that. I just want to see the meeting minutes that say, yes, we've discussed these things and we know what we're doing going forward. So that's this week. Well, then what's next week? Next week, you need to put together an audience analysis. And again, this is all in Canvas. So I'm just kind of going over what's in Canvas. You're going to put together an audience analysis in which you will put together at least 5 demographics and 5 psychographics of Salt Lake Community College students. So for example, and this is in the assignment, there's a link to something called Slick Fact Book, which gives you all the demographics you could possibly want. So you're going to learn that the average student is 23 years old. The average student works outside of college, like 70% work outside of college. You're going to find that we have a highly diverse student population. You're going to find that many of them have families. You're going to find that most of them take about 9 credit hours and work. And so, wow, somebody loves emojis. I like it. So you're going to find all these kind of things and you're going to go, okay, cool. These are our demographics. Demographics are easy. Remember, they're easy to observe and measure. What you really need are the psychographics. What makes a Salt Lake Community College student click or tick? Well, since you're way busy taking both credit hours and working, that means you don't have a lot of time. That means you need information in quick chunks that you can work with. The fact that the average age is 23 means you're highly comfortable on mobile devices, right? And so that means that videos are a really good medium, especially a video that looks good on a mobile device. You know that these students like things fast, and they like video, and they like graphics, and they like sound and so forth. And they want videos that are punchy and maybe even a little cringy and so forth. These are the psychographics. You'll research this, you'll talk to your friends, you'll get an insight, and you will include this in the audience analysis. Okay, so this week, the meeting, next week, audience analysis. Well, then we have a break, right? Then we have spring break. But right after spring break, you have to do either a script or a storyboard. Now, personally, real quick, I recommend you do this before spring break. Why put since you've got the whole audience analysis in your head and you've already kind of discussed what you want to do for a video, get it out of the way and do it before spring break. But that's your decision. Okay, that's your decision. Me, I'd be like, screw it, let's get it done now. Either way, what you need to do is either script out your video. Now, it doesn't have to be exact and word for word, but you want to have a general script and outline for your video, or you want to do a simple storyboard. Now, in Canvas, it has pages in there about how to write a script and how to do a storyboard. I also have in there templates you can use. I've embedded a template to my own script writing template, as well as an example of an actual script that I wrote for one of the videos, how to give feedback. Okay. And then the following week, it's the video. And so, and that wraps up this unit two, right? This whole unit. So, just in summary, this week, you want to hand in the meeting minutes in which you decide what kind of video you're going to do, understanding that you're targeting Salt Lake Community College students and teaching conflict resolution. Next week, you need to have the audience analysis done. It's a short, simple audience analysis. It's real. You have to pay attention and do a little bit of research, but it's not mega huge. The next week is the break, but immediately following that, you either need to do a script or a storyboard. Me personally, I recommend you do it earlier so you don't have to worry about it during the break. Go on break, man. You've earned it. And then the following week is the actual video. Now, following this live stream right now, I'm going to send you a link to a whole bunch of student videos that I have on my own Nutshell Brainery channel, where you can see what other students have done and kind of get a feel for, hey, what are some options in terms of video technology, an approach to the conflict question, things like that. So gives you a little bit of a feel for what's expected. So that is unit 2, practicing the techniques of making assertions in a nutshell. What questions do you have? What clarification can I offer to help you and the team out? And by the way, I will be publishing this video that we're doing right now, so I'll send a link out to it. So I'm going to pause, maybe, I don't know, do hand puppets or something and see if there's anybody that has any questions. We've got 12 people with us. That's very cool. That's very cool. I appreciate you guys doing this. And by the way, let me know if it's helpful. I kind of envision doing this on a regular basis to help give some guidance because you know what? Again, online is particularly challenging. It is really challenging. I want to make it as easy for you as possible. Do me a favor. If you don't have a question, say, no, we're good, fine, perfect, great, thanks, aardvark, something in there in the comments so I know you can hear me. Good. Alexis says we're good. I like it. Somebody, aardvark. All right, Matt, I knew I could rely on you. That's great. I'm good for now. All right, good. Sounds like you're hearing me. How much work is expected to be done by the end of this week? Okay, so this week is the easy one because all you need to do is touch base with your team members, decide on what kind of video you're going to do. Understand it has to be targeted to Salt Lake Community College students, and it's about conflict resolution. But are you going to do conflict between students or parents or teachers, right? You have to kind of decide that. But all you need to do is have that meeting. You can even do it over email, complete the minutes to the meeting, and submit the minutes. So this week is the easy week. Next week is the audience analysis. The following week, I recommend you do the script or the storyboard. And then the week after that, it's the video. Okay, so we're good there. Okay, let's see here. After building the wall, I love it. I love it. Okay, foreign bees. Save the bees. Won't somebody please save the bees? Think of the bees. Bees pollinate flowers and make honey. And I don't know, they sting you. Damn bees. Okay. Well, thank you. Normally, I don't get that from online classes. I totally get Online is rough, man. Okay, we're good. It's looking good. All right. So once again, I'm going to publish this bad boy right here. I'll probably edit out some of the crap, which is a lot. And I'm going to send you guys sample videos, links to the sample videos, so you should be all good. Use and abuse me, man. If you have questions, email me, text me, remind.com, and so forth. I get really nervous when I hear radio silence from my online teams because I know you're working hard. I know you're stressed. I know you're anxious. I know you have questions. And so if I don't hear anything, I can't help. So I'm super glad I can start doing these videos now. And let me know if they're helpful, because if they are, I'll keep doing them. All right. Okay, guys, go ahead and drop off if you want to drop off. I'm going to hang in there until I see everybody drop, because maybe somebody wants to hang out and ask some questions. Otherwise, c'est fini. C'est tout. Have a great evening. Oh, good. Good. Leanne, thank you. I'll keep doing them. I've done online classes. I did my PhD with online, and I would have killed for something like this sometimes. Luckily, my mentor, the person I worked with on a regular basis to write my dissertation, she was like super available. So that was really good. All right, Tori, awesome. Emily, awesome. I'm so glad you made it, Emily. Good. You're going to be fine. Yeah, you and Michael will be just fine. My new favorite teacher. I'm gonna like do a screen capture of my new favorite teacher, and I'm gonna put it on my resume. Okay, what form of communication was used in Atlantis? Hieroglyph. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's hieroglyphics, because Aquaman, I've never seen him use hieroglyphics per se. Communication with them was sonar, because whales use sonar and dolphins use sonar. So I think it was all sonar. I'm not sure, but then again, I haven't been there, so I don't know if it's hieroglyphics or not, but I'm voting sonar. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, hydroglyphics. Oh, I so totally walked into that one. Oh man, here I am. Okay, I'm going to have to tell that joke now. My daughter's going to hate me because I'm going to have to tell her that joke. Hieroglyphics. When I was a kid, Aquaman was my absolute favorite. Now, right now, as you can see, I'm kind of there we go, I'm a Batman nerd. But Batman nerd or not, I have to admit the Avengers MCU has totally redefined my vision of what great comic book movies are. So I have a whole bunch of Avengers stuff in my office. Come to my office, see my Avengers stuff. And of course, you saw those videos. You know I'm a fan. All right. Well, I don't see any more comments. I know a few people dropped off. A few people are here. Oh, here we go. My supervisor said I'm getting a poor appraisal because my communication skills are so weak. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to say to that. Oh, you're so right. Here's the thing. We had those videos about feedback. Okay. So let's say that your supervisor says my communication skills are weak. Fine. You should follow up and say, what about my communication skills? Is it, do I need to ask more clarifying questions? Do I need to mirror back what I hear so that it's clear that I understand? Is it that I need to, spend more time, listening? Ask for specific feedback on how to improve your communication skills, because if they just say, hey, you need to communicate better, that's not helpful. All right. Skills, because if they just say, hey, you need to communicate better, That's not helpful. All right. So if you go back to them, go back to your manager and say, hey, I've been thinking a little bit about what you said in my performance review. I'm concerned about my communication skills. And in fact, I went ahead and followed up and I spoke with my communications professor and he's kind of talked to me a little bit. I also wanted to follow up with you and see if I could get some specific, instruction. Are we talking about follow-up questions? Are we talking about listening? Are we talking about mirroring? Because I really want to improve it in this area. Now, if all you do is that, you've already made progress in your relationship with your supervisor, because most people take the feedback and go, screw you, I'm going home, right? They pull the whole Cartman thing. Whereas if you go back and say, I've spoken with my instructor and I would like further, feedback from you, the supervisor is going to be like, wow, crap, they're actually listening to me. This is awesome. Let's sit down and talk. If you do that, let me know. I would really like to hear the outcome and let's sit down and talk because this is real. We really want to improve things here. Yeah, and I've gotten some doozy feedbacks myself too. So, how do gangsters receive communicate email? Yeah. I guess that would work, huh? Hey, thanks, Sam. Really. Um, I'm trying. I'm trying. I want to do this. I want it to work. And it's actually really keyed me up that we had 13 people attending. That's really good. Because oftentimes you put these things up and nobody comes and you're like, oh, I want to help. Yeah. So Tweetly, you've got Tweetly Gaming. What gaming? What games do you do? I'm just curious. I can't quite make out the icon, so if that tells me anything, I don't know. And I don't know. Tweetly might have already dropped off. A lot of games. Yeah, makes sense. So I used to do a lot of World of War. Wow. There. I used to do a lot of WoW, World of Warcraft, something like that. But then I got it's just entertaining now. I've never been accused of being entertaining. Then I got into all this video crap, and now I have no time to do the gaming. Although my wife every once in a while says, yeah, I play with that a little bit more. But my son does a ton of gaming. Okay, Skyrim. So Tweely, I have this one in my lecture class when we talk about tone and the importance of tone. I kid you not. Now, I have nothing on the screen when I'm doing the lecture, but then I say, I'm going to play just some audio. I'm just going to play audio. And I want you guys afterwards to tell me what the conversation was about. And I play a segment from Skyrim, most impressive. His usefulness to me has, I forget what it all is, once that infernal lockbox is opened, all that crap, right? And of course, people fall asleep because it's monotone, it's slow, there's white noise behind it. So it's a great example of how tonality is a strong communication channel. Skyrim, Black Ops, Fallout, oh my gosh, all kinds. I tried Fallout a little bit, not 76, but the one before, but I couldn't quite get the hang of it. Is it possible to have a meeting through group chat? I'll tell you what. So if you, group chat, there is a way to use like WebEx for group chat and so forth. So Sam, do me a favor. If you email me this question, is it possible to do a meeting through group chat? I will follow up and see if you can use like WebEx and so forth. Big blue button. There's all kinds of software out there. I will follow up, let you know, and we'll see if we can do that for you guys, because this sort of thing is valuable. And I think Black Ops is kind of like, it's not really arena, but it's, shooting each other and so forth. And in those arena things, I just curl up in fetal position and die. I'm useless. I have a confession. I don't actually go to the school. My boyfriend does, and I thought it would learn a lot. You're still my favorite teacher. We have an imposter. Yeah, well, that's okay, because I don't have anybody named Tweetly Gaming in my class. I know we all use aliases here. I'm coming in as Nutshell Brainery, right? Well, take one of my classes. Take my classes and watch my videos. Go to Nutshell Brainery at YouTube, watch the videos. You can get something out of it. Okay, so it looks like we're all set, folks. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'll edit it down so it can be, usable and consumable by other carbon-based life forms. And we'll get it all. Olina. Olina. There we go. Olina. All right, Olina. I'll see you in the comments of my videos. Have a good one. Good talking to you too.